Hello, everyone. Welcome to True Showmance, which is Clevver's official after show. And today it's all about 13 reasons why. I'm sure you are busy binge watching it currently. We've already done all the work for you, and today we're going to be talking about all the Easter eggs in season 2 that you might have missed. And not all Easter eggs, but some of it's just little nuggets that you might have missed. And joining me today are two 13 Reasons experts that had to weigh in on this. It's Naz Perez and Renee Arias.
Hey guys.
Seriously, I spent the entire weekend watching this whole thing.
Oh yeah. Same. I spent 13 hours.
Well, yeah, that would make sense. There were 13 episodes.
All right, you guys, so we just wanted to let you know that during this episode, there are going to be some heavy topics that we discuss today. So we want to send out a trigger warning right now to you if you're watching. There will be sensitive material. So if that is you, you might want to click on one of our other videos. And also, we have the National Suicide Hotline number on the screen right now. So if you or anyone that you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, please, we encourage you or them to call the hotline below.
Yes, and also I'm here to let you guys know that this video is going to be filled with a lot of spoilers. So consider this your official spoiler alert.
Yes, okay.
But you guys,
so many spoilers.
Yeah, let's get right into this. So there are so many Easter eggs this season, I feel like, and one of which is with the Sid and Nancy deal that happened in Jess's room. So to bring you guys back, we had Clay and Jess in her room, and Clay is trying to figure out where the heck Justin is, and he finds this postcard that's signed by Sid and immediately puts together that it's Justin, which I didn't even remember that Jess and Justin were actually Sid and Nancy in season 1 for Halloween.
Ah, yes. I know. I remember when I watched this scene, I was like, who's Sid? I was so confused because I didn't even remember in season 1 when they dressed up as Sid and Nancy. I didn't even understand that reference. Like, did you guys?
No idea who Sid and Nancy were. I thought it was Danny and Sandy from
Grease, right? Anyone in a leather jacket that looks, like from the 80s to me.
Exactly. But what's interesting is I actually paused the show and read that letter multiple times and could not understand how Clay got Justin out of that.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad someone on the internet dug this up and figured it out for us. But we were just doing some research right before we started shooting this, you guys, and we found that Sid and Nancy, that whole that nod might actually play up in season 3 if it happens, because Sid was a part of like a rock 80s band, a British rock 80s band, and he apparently might have killed Nancy.
Which is like what's gonna happen to Jess in season 3.
If Justin kills Jess in season 3, I can't watch anymore because I love their relationship.
I don't know. I feel like with this show, anything can happen.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the second Easter egg because this is actually one of my favorites. So in the first season, you guys, a band by the name of Joy Division actually played the song that played in the first episode, and the song was called Love Will Tear Us Apart. So season 1 starts with a song called Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division. In season 2, it starts out with a song by a band called New Order, which is actually the reformed Joy Division. So Joy Division changed their name after their lead singer committed suicide. So isn't that crazy? Yeah. It's like, how is it, you would never know that by watching the show, but after we did some research, it's just really interesting because it's definitely foreshadowing. Like, they started off with Joy Division, and now here they are starting off a season without Hannah, like the band.
I also read too that in season 1, Alex had some Joy Division posters up in his room, which was also maybe some foreshadowing to what we should have expected to happen at the end of that season. So even with this nugget, it makes me believe the Sid and Nancy thing might even happen even more.
Yeah, because everything, it's crazy how much detail goes into every aspect of a show, from songs to the little nods to Sid and Nancy. So honestly, that really does make me wonder where they're going to go with the Sid and Nancy storyline, but it blew my mind that this was connected because I wouldn't have thought twice about it, just hearing a song.
But what's crazy is I remember watching the episodes this season, and I actually saw Joy Division posters in Alex's room this season. And I remember thinking to myself, who's Joy Division? Because I'm not cool. I'm not like into, like really cool indie or hipster rock bands. But I was like, who's Joy Division? But it was just what you were saying, Renee. It's so true. Like with scripted television, everything is there on purpose and has a purpose. So it's really interesting that they used this band, to kind of foreshadow Hannah's death coming into season 2.
Well, speaking of music, we have to talk about the moment when Clay is on the dance floor in the finale episode, and the song comes on, the finale song, The Night We Met by Lord Huron, which is the song that he danced with Hannah with in season 1. And when you see him hear that song at the dance, I got chills all over my body. And I have to be honest, I did not love season 2 of 13 Reasons Why. But that moment, I got teary and I got emotional and I was like, oh my gosh, the song. And then when all of his friends came out onto the dance floor and danced with him in a huddle, you guys, I think you have to see it to understand our emotions.
Oh my gosh, I also got emotional during that scene. And honestly, when the song started, it brought me back because I remember that scene of him dancing with Hannah and I was like, oh no, Clay. I just knew it, and then having all of his friends get together. I love that.
So sad. I think we have it too. I want to rewatch it
let's
back.
watch it.
Erin, when I saw this, I felt the same way you did because we've all been there. We all have a song with someone that we love or a restaurant we love going to. So I just knew once that song started playing that Clay was going to break down. And I actually thought, because we all know Clay technically let go of Hannah officially when he spoke at her wake. So I actually didn't think we were going to have any more, you know, reminiscences of Hannah after that. But then when this played, I was like, oh no, he's going to break down. He's still in love with Hannah. Is Clay ever going to get over Hannah, you guys? I don't think so. I don't think you can ever get over someone like that.
I think it's one thing to get over as opposed to like forget. I don't think he'll ever forget her. I think she'll always have a place in his heart. But I do think he would have to get over her to move on, you know?
Right. So then does that mean you guys think Hannah is going to be a big part of season 3 if there is a season 3 then still?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because bringing it back to Hannah and these Easter eggs as well, you know, in season 2, we had the blue handwriting on the Polaroids, which the blue handwriting was written in nail polish on the tapes from season 1. So I definitely feel like there's got to be like a blue handwriting connection with Hannah in season 3. Who knows what else they could write on or about. But I do feel like we'll see Hannah in some way, shape, or form.
What I love about that Easter egg, Hannah using the blue nail polish on the tapes and then there being the blue handwriting behind the Polaroid, is that the color blue has become such, you know, the color of 13 Reasons Why, and it's actually become a movement. I think Selena Gomez had blue nails at the premiere, and a lot of people are wearing blue nails now to remember someone that's taken their own life. So it's actually really interesting that they've used the color blue as like a motif like that.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's such a good nugget.
And I also wonder, since we know Zach was the one distributing the Polaroids, was it his ode to Hannah writing it in blue, or was it the show's little way of winking at us from season 1 with the Polaroids?
Right.
Yeah. So many questions.
I know.
Will we ever know? We don't know.
I love Easter eggs. It's like a Taylor Swift music video.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
Like, what can I figure out? What's on the wall?
I do
What's
too.
the color of that person's nail polish? What does this mean?
I love playing detective.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, so I want to talk to you about some dates because timing is everything with this show. We do know that this season premiere date happened on the same day that Joy Division, the singer, the lead singer of that band, like we mentioned earlier, took his own life. So that had to be intentional, right? And then also the premiere was the date of the Columbine shooting. Actually, no, the date in the show where Tyler shows up to the party, that was the date of the Columbine shooting. And I like that they are being intentional about connecting important real life dates with the show, but do you think they went too far with these dates?
To be honest, I didn't fully understand why they chose to do that date. I get because we had Tyler going in to possibly shoot in the dance, but at the same time, why was that necessary and what was that to say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like why would that be helpful to have it be on the anniversary of the Columbine shooting and also in the show when the shooting didn't happen? I don't know what message you're trying to tell us. Like that it can be stopped. I don't know. That's where I was trying to figure it out because otherwise I get it and I know it's going to be, people are going to know what the date is and it's going to resonate with them, but at the same time, I don't understand why it was exactly necessary.
I go back and forth on this topic so much because we all know that mass school shootings is an issue in this country, obviously. And on the premiere on Netflix on that Friday, there actually was a school shooting, so they scrapped the premiere of 13 Reasons Why, like the actual in-person premiere. And so in my head, I'm like, oh, do we really need to see school shootings portrayed on scripted television or in movies? But you know what? It keeps happening. Yeah. So I think the fact that they're using this date to bring awareness to it, and it is a reality that these things do keep happening, and we do need to keep having a discussion about it, that I'm thinking I'm more teetering on the side of maybe it is a good thing to bring awareness to that.
I do think they wanted it to happen so it would start a conversation, but I think with the timing of what happened in Texas, I think it's a little too sensitive for people, and I don't think they could have foreseen that. But I agree. I think we need to see how things like this affect people. But it was just the timing was just off.
Yeah.
I also read somewhere that they reshot some scenes a couple months ago, and I'm thinking, you guys, I wonder if it was this last final scene that they reshot. Because maybe originally he was supposed to go in and something really bad was going to happen, and maybe they prevented that and made it a cliffhanger for season 3. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard those rumors as well, and I just want to know what they changed about it. I would love to know how that affected the ending, and is it truly that they are trying to honestly give us a little break from all of the heartache and terrible things that do occur in the show with so many characters? Because I don't know what else it would be, you know?
I know. Well, I want to switch gears now that we're here to something a little more positive. I saw online, you guys, that if you do a Google search for Clay Jensen's house on Google Maps,
so good.
I don't know if you've tried this yet or not, but if you do, you will see Clay on the steps of his house while they were shooting maybe some BTS stuff. But do we have this photo? Yes. Okay. So a lot of people are speculating that this is actually Dylan Minnette on set of 13 Reasons Why. The house is exactly the same. And this looks like it could totally be Dylan. I wish we had really done a little bit more in-depth research on his outfits during the show. But I feel like this is something he totally would have worn. But a lot of people are like, it can't be, like, what are the odds? But if you zoom out and, like, twist the Google Map calendar around, you'll see on the streets there are a ton of production trucks and crew things, like, hanging out in the street. So it makes us truly believe that this might have even been intentional, that the creators of this show knew that the audience would be curious about where they shot this and would go look up the house themselves and then find Dylan there as, like, a little Easter egg.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if they did that, because we all know that they made specific Instagram accounts for some characters, so we all know that they love giving the fans like little nuggets like this.
Yeah.
But I actually think that is Dylan Minnette, and now I'm going to scroll through his Instagram and see if those white Nikes were in another photo, because I feel like it could totally have been him, especially if production trucks were around the corner.
I know. That's what sold me, Aaron. I was like, I don't know, and then you told me there's production around. I'm like, maybe they did do that.
Yeah.
And if they did, I love them for it. That's amazing.
Yeah. You guys trust me a lot. You guys did your research. You're like, whatever you say, I believe it.
Can we just shout out any person that's caught in a Google Maps screenshot? Because that is like my dream, low-key.
I know. My grandfather passed away several years ago, and he was a gardener, and so I randomly Google mapped their house, and my grandpa is in the Google Maps in the garden with his cat. So Google Maps has some gems out there, you guys. I would encourage you to go stalk everyone in your life. You should never
really
know
good
what you'll
takeaway.
find.
So cool.
It's healthy, a healthy stalking. That's what I'm trying to encourage. Okay,
Now we know what Erin does in her free time.
Don't tell him. Now I want to end this on a happy note as well. I just found out that Hannah Baker's tapes, I guess it's happy, maybe it's not. Hannah Baker's tapes are actually going to be released. Did you guys know
yes,
that?
I heard that you can go on a website, right, and hear the whole thing.
Yeah, so all of us will be able to listen to them from start to finish, which, why would anybody need to do that if we've already seen the episode?
I don't know. I think fans that are really, really into the show, because there's so many flashbacks in season 2. Like, for example, the whole Zach storyline to me is so confusing because we didn't know about it in season 1. So now I actually want to re-listen to Zach's tape. You know what I mean? To see if there was anything in there for it. But I also know you have to be of a certain age to listen
18.
to the tapes. Yeah. So if you guys are going to look it up, make sure that you're at least 18 years of age.
I had the same idea as you. As soon as this whole Zach storyline happened and I found out about the tapes, I wanted to immediately re-listen to them because I know a lot of the people on the tapes were hard to forgive. So knowing that she not only maybe forgave Zach for what happened, but then had a whole summer romance with him, I just want to remember what happened.
Yeah.
It was so long. Season 1 was so long ago.
It was so long
It really
ago.
was. was. But season
Honestly.
3 is probably right around the corner, you guys.
Oh, season 3. Also, I feel like listening to Hannah's tapes is probably a lot faster than rewatching the first
So
season.
true.
Absolutely.
So maybe I should go back and listen to the tapes again.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, that is it for all of the Easter eggs and nugs that we found. But you guys are so sleuthy out there. You probably know a million more that we didn't catch. So if there are any little secret things that you found during season 2, let us know in the comments. I'm really super curious about this. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we want to be doing more recaps of more shows that you love, and also let us know what other shows we should do recaps of.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. But before you guys go, the finale of season 2 literally left us so shook. So we explain it all in the video right over here. So make sure you guys click over here to watch the explanation of the season 2 finale. And then when you're done with that, click down here to subscribe for more content, because why not, you know?